Hello Bitcoin, my old friend. We're back at 6k yet again. This bear market is long and boring. You're spreading FUD that's worth ignoring. Welcome everybody to another live video here with me, your superhero of cryptocurrency, Zasupoman. I know I've not been around a lot, and I apologise, but the fact of the matter is that the market is doing what it's doing. And making a video on a daily basis is only contributing to the noise. It's perhaps making you feel bullish when there is nothing to be bullish about. I have been looking at some of the content being produced both on YouTube and on Twitter, and it says one day, bullish signs here, bullish signs there. Market could be about to recover. And then what happens in the last 20 hours? We see Bitcoin going from the mid 7,000s to the late 6,000s. We see the market cap going from the mid 330 to 350 billions to now well under 300 million. So it's pointless to come online every day and make you think stuff that may not actually be the case. So anyway, if you're delighted to see the Superman back, if you want to see the Superman more regularly during this cryptocurrency period, smash those likes up, smash them up. Let me just make sure that I'm live and that you can hear me and everything, because I'm out of practice. I haven't done this in so long, so may or may not even be online, and you may or may not be able to see my t-shirt. No, you can't see my t-shirt, so there we are. So I'm just ahead bobbing along. Anyway, so state of play at the moment. Bitcoin $6,760. It has gone up slightly since last night. Last night it went down to 669 from what I saw. Ethereum nearly, I don't think quite, went under $500. And it went down a few notches. Went down a few notches and then stabilized. So it's put us in a position where there is virtually very little gaining today. Save Veritasium and Theta token. Most is experiencing loss, some experiencing heavy losses. Now, of course, I did call this. I did say I thought it would happen before consensus, in all honesty. I thought that the market would have a final dip before rocketing. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, it's going to rocket from now and it's going to rocket in the very near future. But I am feeling very, very bullish still about cryptocurrency. I shared an article on Twitter the other day, or shared at least a screenshot of that article, where somebody's saying that cryptocurrency is going to be a 20 trillion market cap industry in the not too distant future. And I am still, personally speaking, very, very bullish. I do foresee did foresee a big dip before a big rise. And I wasn't confident that dip had come. And I said I wasn't going to buy during this, what looked to me like a bull flag, and I didn't, but I have been buying again today. And there are still people around saying it's going to go to 5k, it's going to go to 4k. I don't think it's going to go down. Personally, don't think it's going to go down that far, but I do think that it has got the potential to go and touch the 5s. Maybe 5.9, maybe. Okay, but I still, take the opportunity to get some of the cryptocurrencies I was wanting to get and didn't get last time. Okay, so, there are some deals to be grabbed. There are some. I mean, Loom Network is down to 19 cents. This has lost so much of its initial novelty. I mean, this went up to, I think, 72 cents during this bear market, and since has lost so much. Archain, $1.05. EOS was up there, wasn't it? EOS, $10.97. 10! Under $11. Zilliqa under 10 cents. Ridiculous. Elastos, $33. Some good deals to be had. VeChain. And I did see Nano. Nano, $3.07 for a Nano. And Nano is arguably what Bitcoin should have been. It's a feeless, fast cryptocurrency transaction. Well, it's a cryptocurrency with fast and feeless transactions. So really, it's at $3, you can't really go wrong with Nano. So, there are some deals to be had. So anyway, yeah. So let's have a look and see why is this happening. So we've got this article here by the FUD. Mainstream media convinced CoinRail hack caused cryptocurrency price plunge. Now, if you look everywhere, if you look on Cointelegraph, if you look on Bloomberg, if you look at a lot of look at CoinDesk, and you see a lot of these people saying, "Oh, why has it gone down to the 6K mark?" People are saying it's to do with this hacking of this small Korean exchange, CoinRail, causing 30 million in losses. Now, there are people saying that. There are the more intellectual people who know that what is driving what is happening right now. So really, it is price driving the news rather than news driving the price. So there's a lot of people in mainstream that think that essentially the news drives the price. So the news comes out, the whales are scared off. Oh, CoinRail hack. Oh, CFTC is subpoenaed 4 exchanges. Oh, I've got to sell my cryptocurrency. No. What happens is that the price crash drives the news, drives people to find reasons. If the market was at 8,000 Bitcoin and 380 billion, then this CoinRail thing would be just a drop in the ocean, would be nothing. It would be completely irrelevant. No one would care. Okay, it's another hack. Yeah, we need to be more careful, blah, blah, blah. But actually, it's been blown up to be a much bigger thing because they're trying to give the intention that news drives price. No, price drives news. Okay? And so people try and find a reason. They even try and find this reason. The US Commodity and Futures Trading Commission, the CFTC, has reportedly subpoenaed 4 cryptocurrency exchanges in a bid to obtain their trading data as part of an investigation. So Bitstamp, Coinbase, Itbit, Kraken. Okay, so these are forming part of the investigation. The SEC are already investigating signs of market manipulation and are cracking down on it. Okay, so these are things that are not relevant without context. Now that there's context, it makes it look like price is driven by the news, but it's not. The whales move first. The news gets into action and then everybody else sells. Okay, and so it causes this chain reaction. The whales, the 1% of wealthy, are the ones that head up media. They're the ones that are clued up and have contacts at media. Therefore, they make the moves. Then the media goes into action. Everybody else sells. They get cheap Bitcoin. This is what's happened and what continues to happen. And there's like 3 bits of key data that almost look like it's cartel inspired. All of a sudden, we've had 2-3 weeks of cryptocurrency. A Bitcoin at 7,500. Cryptocurrency, 350 billion. Market cap. It's not moved. And then all of a sudden, 3 bits of news systematically released within hours of each other, bringing the price right down. It's pure market manipulation. It's not a crash driven by the news. So, so basically this is what I'm talking about when it comes to, tweets that I've put out recently where I've said, a lot of people saying things are going to happen, have no knowledge of what's going on at the top level. What's going on at the top level, no one knows except the top echelon of society. Okay, so there's nothing you can do about it except wait and play a waiting game, which is why I'm not looking. That's why my YouTube video is called I'm Not Looking. I don't really look at the moment because there's just no point. It's all just scare tactics at the moment. It's all scare tactics to try and drop the price of Bitcoin, make people scared. I'm seeing people all over the community now saying, oh, I wish I hadn't got into this, or what a waste of time it's been investing in cryptocurrency. This is precisely what the 1% want you to think so they can buy it cheaper. They can buy it cheaper and manipulate further and further. Because the manipulation will come back where all the people that said, oh, I wish I hadn't gotten into cryptocurrency and all that and selling out at 6,000 are the ones that are going to FOMO buy in at 12, at 17, at 25, at 30, at 40, at 50. So the best thing to do is just not look, don't get affected, stay in your positions. That's my personal opinion. It's not financial advice, it's just personal opinion. There are some people who want to play the game and that's fine with them. Some people win, most people lose playing that game. Now just to show you, 5.8 billion has been traded in Bitcoin. 2.3 billion in Ethereum. Now, if we go down, in Tether, 3.8 billion. That is vast wealth. Vast wealth leaving. Very vast wealth leaving cryptocurrency. Being redistributed so it's not amongst the coins. Being redistributed so it has absolutely no impact. Well, it has a negative impact on the entire market cap and everything else. This is why I just use these opportunities to buy cryptocurrencies that I really like the sound of, have great value propositions, visions, tech, and team, and that is what I do. And whether I buy it bottom or whether I buy it near the bottom is better than having bought it at $8,200 Bitcoin and 350 billion market cap, because it's significantly cheaper, and I have been putting my fiat into cryptocurrency to buy these up. Sometimes buying it with Bitcoin means I'm actually making a Sats loss because some of these are falling harder than Bitcoin, in which case it doesn't make sense to move Bitcoin into an alt. It actually makes more sense to move fiat into an alt. So let's have a look and see what you guys are saying. Make sure that I am still live, because there is the occasion where perhaps, you know, the stream may go offline or whatever for some unknown reason. So let's have a look, see what you guys are saying. By the way, guys, only 188 likes. Smash them up. Smash them up hard. Let's have a look and see what you peeps are saying. Let's see. Udo Broiler, thank you. Yes, I am finally back, but only for a bit. Only for a bit. If you want to see more of me, smash up ye old likes. I look like I'm out of Red Dwarf. Too funny. Too funny. Funny kids. I am bleeding. Help me. Did you buy any coins in this market for the mid-term? Yeah, well, I've bought some for the long term. Not really for mid-term. No. No, I've bought ones that I really like. So, and wanted to get and didn't get, and now I've managed to get some. You know, I'm going to buy on the way down. Hopefully there will be a way down before it goes up. But I am not worried. You know, I never have been. You know, a lot's happened to me in life where I know that patience would have led to me getting to my end goal. Patience and resilience and tenacity would have got me to my end goal. And then I don't do those things. And then I miss out on the end goal, which would have been there the whole time if I just carried on. And it's the same with cryptocurrency. That's what's going to happen. Where is the bull run? Well, the bull run's going to happen when the bull run happens. You know, as I've already said, the market is manipulated by some very powerful, very rich people that can turn things like a switch. Okay, like I said, like a switch. They make the prices go up through various means. There are all sorts of means of market manipulation. Then the news drives the FOMO, and then the people FOMO in. And then it has the inverse effect of what's happening now. And that can be caused by the top. So people who say all this crap about, you know, well, the market's going to go up, the market's going to go up, the market's going to go down, the market's going to go down. You don't know. Those people don't know. They are just making guesstimations based on nothing or from hearing it from someone else who also knows nothing. You've got to just kind of just wait. 2K, what do you think? ADA or WAN? Or another great opportunity? Good question. Good question. And I've just pressed escape, and I don't know why. Because it's now slowed down my video. It's not working at all now. But yeah, if I was gonna say maybe what you want to invest in, you don't necessarily want to invest in something that has already kind of gotten into the top 100. You want to invest you want to invest in something that is likely to potentially make it into the top 100 based on its technology, and one of those may be P-Chain. Now, P-Chain is something that I've got involved in, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to present to you why I personally like the P-Chain. It's not financial advice, as I always say. It's just purely to let you know kind of what it is and give you an understanding of why this is such a good opportunity right now, particularly today that the market cap is like $44 million for something of this grand a scale. Now think about it, right? P-Chain is quite a lot like Zilliqa, in fact having some better features than Zilliqa, and Zilliqa has become a $1.6 billion token, whereas P-Chain is still at 44. So anyway, let's carry on. 44 million. So there we go. Let's carry on. So P-Chain is essentially a rapid processing infrastructure for large dApps, okay? What does that mean? Okay, so in blockchain, you have got two main types of transaction. You have got the payment transaction, and then you've got the software transaction. So, for something like Steemit, okay, when you are publishing audio, when you're publishing video, when you're publishing a blog, that is a software transaction, okay? Now, when I used to go on onto Steemit and post a video, it would take about 20 minutes for the thing to upload. That is not a fast software transaction. And then you've got the payments transactions, okay? So when you're sending payment from one person to another, the consensus is agreed, the payment is sent over, the confirmations happen, and all that crap, right? Now that happens with something like Bitcoin. Bitcoin does about, 3 to 7 transactions per second. 3 to 7 transactions per second. That's terrible, right? Now, for both of these, the software and the payment transaction, you need scale, you need speed. That is what P-Chain is, basically rapid processing infrastructure, so that if you wanted something like Facebook to run on a blockchain, you could not use Ethereum because nothing would work. The Ethereum would break down. If you wanted to pay for Facebook ads, right, and you wanted to have that payment layer, right, Ethereum would break. It would have no chance of allowing both payment and software transactions on an app the scale of Facebook. P-Chain is designed to use leverage to make something like Facebook work with no downtime. Okay, no downtime. So it's a super duper Ethereum, essentially. So what it uses is multi-layer sharding. If you don't know what sharding is basically, turning the blockchain into a production line, okay? One part is doing this, one part is doing that, one part is doing that, one part is doing that. So essentially it allows for transactions to be happening parallel, right? So you could have software and payment transactions happening in parallel rather than one block filling with transaction and having to wait for that block to fill and go to the next one and blah blah blah. So it uses multi-layer sharding, essentially making a lot of the tasks happen very quickly. They utilize side chains and they have cross-chain protocol so that you've got these apps being able to scale no matter what payment structure, payment blockchain is used, payment from a particular blockchain like a Neo-based payment system or an Ethereum-based payment system. All of these can happen using P-Chain. Now, if that doesn't excite you, I don't know what the hell does. Anyway, so they are led by an all-star team. They are led by Jeff Cao. Now, Jeff Cao was the China Ledger creator, the first blockchain in China. He's also the person that created the first blockchain patent in China. This is a guy who knows what he's talking about. He's one of the godfathers. He's like, if you think about the Godfather film, he is right up there as one of the godfathers in the blockchain industry. Now they've got some really super duper experienced people on their team, but this guy is the main man. Now they've already got an MVP that's been working and is demoed. Yeah, you can have a look at that demo on YouTube. You can have a look at the demo online on the P-Chain website. So it's not as if it's an idea like a heterogeneous forest like with Zella, or a neurological blockchain impulse system that works like a brain with no MVP. There is an MVP already with P-Chain. You can see how the P-Chain system works, and it's demoed for you to have a look, and it looks magnificent. Now it's today a $44 million market cap. That's based on 357 million tokens out there in circulation and a 12.5 cent price. I mean, stupid. How is it that cheap? But it is that cheap, 12.5 cents today, which means to be the same size that Zilliqa got to, 1.6 billion, it's got a times 36 just to get to Zilliqa, and that's not even blown yet, and this is better than Zilliqa. Times 36. Now, arguably, P-Chain is superior to Zilliqa, to QuarkChain, because it almost encapsulates the best technologies of both, and yet is the cheapest. Now, from a negative perspective, its competition are blockchains and scalers. Okay, so obviously it's got Ethereum, it's got Neo, Zilliqa, Icon, Wanchain, all that lot. And then it's got the scaling solutions, the Raidens, the Trinities, and all that lot. And the Looms and the R-Chains. So it's got two sets of competitors. But having said that, the technology is magnificent. If you look at the white paper, which is a carefully crafted and very intelligently crafted white paper, you will see that the technology outclasses what is out there. So P-Chain is megarific. So go back to my rating system. Team, 88%. 88%. They have got one of the key people in blockchain history, plus a very experienced and highly expertise team. Vision-wise, 85%. Vision-wise, I mark this down because of the level of competition, but actually this is superior in terms of the technology, which is a 93%. 93% technology. They have got a genius really working for them technology-wise. Emotion, as you can see, my emotion, gut feel on this is very bullish, very passionate. I think that this is a very exciting project. The community is small-ish at the moment, compared to like QuarkChain, which has like 80,000 people. There used to be 80,000 on their Telegram. I think a lot have left. They have a much smaller community, but join it and understand like this is a very high quality group. And then you've got mass appeal, right? Which ultimately is, how do you have the likes of Facebook, Twitter, Google, Amazon, eBay, all of these high transaction, both in payments and in software, how do you have these high transaction apps working in the decentralized world? You need something like P-Chain. It won't work on Ethereum in its current state. So therefore, for the appeal that it can create these mass market apps, gives it 80%. In which case, the final score is 85%, which is a very high rating. Very high rating. Today, I almost want to add 3% just purely on the price, but I'm not going to do that. But that gives you a little indication of what is out there today and what is a great buy, because there are some great buys at the moment, and P-Chain is one of the newest, therefore has potentially the most room to grow moving forward. Right. Anything others? Not a lot else. Christine, I want to buy more. Oh, that's cute. I want to buy more. So, and I may yet do. Anyway, peeps, there's some more bits of good news. So, we have got Ethos, which a year ago I invested in, right, are showing me why it was a very good decision to invest in them. They have partnered with a regulated cryptocurrency company called Fusion. Fusion Financial Advisors LLC is the first federally registered investment advisor regulated in the United States. So therefore they can offer diversified portfolios consisting of cryptocurrencies. Okay, so that means ETFs, for instance. So these guys that Ethos have partnered with have added greater legitimacy to the value proposition of Ethos. Okay, so this has been, they are actually Ethos's first Bedrock business customer. Now, Bedrock is like Ethos's like financial ecosystem building software. Okay, so people who want to build financial apps, build wallets, build things that foster the financial ecosystem can with Bedrock. Bedrock is like the operating system to create financial apps. And Fusion being the first app that they have partnered with is massive for them, because they can offer the investment products to Ethos customers moving forward. So this is brilliant in terms of the legitimacy of what they do. Because when it comes to cryptocurrencies, when it comes to SEC sniffing around projects, sniffing around seeing what people have done, they are going to be taking into consideration the regulation when it comes to what they're looking at. How much do they comply with regulation? And the fact that Ethos are making sure everything is fully regulated is a huge, huge plus for Ethos, and puts them in that high quality project kind of, puts them into that echelon, which is high quality that SEC are going to be happy with. The ones that SEC aren't going to be happy with are the ones that are maybe showing signs of being a security, and ultimately these may fold. But Ethos is safe. This is low risk, and it's still insanely cheap. So that is also the remaining good news of today. So, some last things. So, I am not going to be around tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to be travelling. I am going to be going to Lithuania. I'm going to be meeting with BitDegree. I'm going to be going to the offices of BitDegree, getting an understanding, what are you doing, BitDegree, to make this a powerhouse, to make this the Udemy of the cryptocurrency world, the top online education provider. Okay, so I am going to be asking hard questions, reporting those back to you, so that essentially it's not just one of those ICOs that people invested in and left. This is one I think is here to stay, and I'm going to be going there and seeing what it's all about, going there, meeting them face to face. While I'm there, I am going to be taking part in the Block Forum between the dates of June 14th and 17th. I am going to be there the first day, on Thursday, doing a talk. Now, this is for people, A, investors, and B, for ICOs. Okay, so if you want to pitch, or if you want to look at the different ICOs there, this is the kind of place that you want to be going to if you are in the local area, which is obviously Lithuania. So you can buy a ticket. It's 30% off using code in the description. If you are nearby, go to it. And then straight after Lithuania, I am going to be going to the Blockchain Economic Forum, where, again, I'm going to be talking about the future of cryptocurrencies. The speakers list has gotten even bigger. The agenda is packed full of information where you learn all about cryptocurrencies, see all the famous names, and learn more. Learn more, essentially. So, in ye old San Francisco, so I'm going to be away from England between now and next Thursday, I think. So that means I'm going to be away from here for a while, but I'll still be doing some videos. So if you are wanting to see more of the Supo Man, let me know in ye old comments, and I may come online and do a few videos. Anything others? Any other questions? Don't know what MMA PGX is, but it sounds crap. Anything else? Tolar or light streams. I did like Tolar. I like Tolar because it's one of those non-blockchain infrastructures. However, I didn't like the pre-sale conditions. But it could be good. Could be good. It all depends on if the team can match the technology. Okay, so the technology sounds good. You know, it sounds like it's potentially up there with, like, you know, getting up to kind of like Hashgraph. Nowhere near Hashgraph, but getting up there towards that, like almost like a mini Hashgraph, I guess. But can the team actually pull it off? That is the question. Hey Barry, good to see you. Angie Kumar says P-Chain or Quark Chain. Personally speaking, P-Chain. Okay, I think that they, you know, I'm slightly put off Quark Chain recently, so there we are. Christine's here, Dasfire is here. So anyway, good to see y'all, peeps. Good to see y'all. And I am going to make a move now. Yeah, it's like a cheap hash graph, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's a good thing. Anyway, so smash up your old likes on the way out. Make sure that you do like on the way out. And make sure that you comment when this is an uploaded video rather than a live video. And I'll see you next time. It is peeps. Lights out. All out. Da 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 da. Do 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 do.